Hello, my Pisces. Welcome to your monthly reading for the month of November. And we're going to start off by pulling a card here from these Chakra reading cards. And these are just going to represent what the Creator wants you to know overall for the month of November, like the theme or the energies or just really anything that the Creator wants you to know for the month of November. Just whatever heads up. Okay, just shuffle these one more time here. There we go. All right, Creator, for our Pisces, what would you like them to know about the month of November? Okay, there we go. And you have the truth, number 23. So I love that. It feels very much like the Temperance card in the Major Arcana, which is really about understanding the difference between your small t truths of the human conditioned brainwashed side of our lives and your higher truths, you know, those capital T truths that you find within your heart, within your soul. So really a lot of beautiful revelations coming to you during the month. This is the throat chakra, is the energy that's related to this card. And it says that you've called this card into your awareness as a reminder that the divine truth of the universe is pulsating through you at all times. There is truth in each moment. However, the challenge is to unravel this truth and understand what it means to you. Everyone has their own perception of the truth, their own personal understanding, and it's not always going to be the same as yours. You're being encouraged to connect and become aware of your truth in a particular situation. It's time to trust and believe in yourself and connect, follow, and express the truth that resonates deeply in your heart. You're constantly being guided to listen to the truth of your soul, and now it's time to truly believe and action this truth. You could be feeling confused due to taking on someone else's point of view or their personal truth regarding a situation. Now you're being encouraged to reassess their view and find the truth that resonates for you. As the saying goes, the truth will set you free. And once you share your truth, you will definitely feel a lot lighter and more at peace. You may be holding back the truth from someone to avoid hurting their feelings. It is now time to open up and be honest with yourself and this person and find a way to share your truth in a calm and loving way. It's very important that you share from your heart and honor how you feel so you are not swayed by how the other person receives your truth or how they react. Know that you are being supported at this time as you shine more truth into your life. Beautiful. And the affirmation for this card is, I live and listen to my truth in each moment. So I am loving that message for you. I know these days too, we have so many opinions. I mean, even news, half of the news out there now is opinion programs. They're not like like the news like we used to have, decades ago, where it was, here's what's going on. Even that had some perception of what was going on, but it was like, here's what's happening. They didn't bring in opinion, but now it's a lot of opinion shows. So we're even more surrounded, especially with all social media. There's a opinion, which is everyone expressing their smaller t truths of the human side based on our conditioning, growing up, what we're taught things are supposed to mean. That's why I like to say, there's all this popular opinion on how something is supposed to mean about us, or a popular emotion around a situation. It doesn't mean that we have to go with what's popular. We did it as children to feel fitting in, and we didn't know that we could choose any differently. But now is a time you get to balance, like I said, balance it out and decide what you want to believe, because you have that power. Excuse me. Now we're going to take a look at these major arcana. What I do each month, at least up to this point, is I take a tarot deck. This happens to be the Revelations Tarot. And I split up the major arcana from the four suits of the minor arcana. In the major arcana, like this card, it represents the overall big picture view of the month, what the creator wants you to know. And then the minor arcana, those represent like 4 different parts of your life, or 4 different parts of your beingness in life. And we'll talk about those more as we get to those, of course. So let me just give you one more shuffle, and we'll see what else the creator would like all our Pisces to know about their month of November. Okay, actually, I feel like it's this one right here. Yep, we've got the Wheel of Fortune, and this is a beautiful message that comes. It is the number 10, which is endings and new beginnings, which is so perfect for this because it is about you're letting go of it no longer serves you, and so you're having new beginnings happen, because when you let old truths go away that really weren't yours, then the truths you do apply to it, definitely brings a different viewpoint, a different tint to those types of situations, right? But the Wheel of Fortune also has this amazing message that comes from it, and it's that before you came down here, you, as your soul, did decide with the creator and all of your backup team in the invisible realm, when you were going to come down here and enter the game and when you were going to leave the game. You also decided like avatar, what character you were going to play. And so all those strengths and weaknesses and challenges and all those things, you knew exactly who you were going to be. And then you had all these fated events throughout your life that you wanted to experience. And so you put into place the circumstances you wanted to be in, situations that would happen, and changes and all sorts of things like that. And then within that, of course, your little character you're playing, as it's going through each of those circumstances, it still has its free will. You still have the choice of what story you're going to put to whatever event or circumstance is happening. And you are also choosing what emotion you want to feel in each situation, whether you choose an emotion of extreme fear or an emotion of extreme unconditional love or something in between. You get to choose. And so the beautiful awareness that comes with this card, and this truth that comes from this card, is that life unfolds for you. And as things are happening in your life, even though the little character might not understand why it's happening, you might understand later in life, or after you've stepped out of that and looking back at it all, then of course you'll understand and see it all. But even though you're not, may not understand the why, you can see that it's not happening to you, but all of it is unfolding for you, for your highest experience here. To bring you the highest vibration of unconditional love and experiences that you wanted to experience, that your soul decided you wanted to encounter while you were here. So that helps when you're looking at your truths and kind of weeding out which is of the small character and which is of your higher soul, because that's what this balance thing is to understand, which is which. And so you can understand what is for the sake of the play, while your beliefs are happening, and what you truly are, what your long eternal truths are. So I love it, and we of course will dig more into all of this. We're going to be looking at the 4, like this mentioned, the 4 minor arcana, and the first one we're going to look at is the Suit of Wands, which is the element of fire. And for this reading, it's going to represent your spiritual side. So what the creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during the month of November. And wands also represent like your drive, your ambition, your spark, your aha inspiration, and of course your divine energy. So just shuffle this one more time there. All right, creator. So what do you want our Pisces to know about their spiritual adventure during the month of November? All right, and you've got the 5 of Wands. And this is beautiful because the 5 of Wands kind of has this dual this dual message that comes with it. The first is that, of course, it looks like conflict, and there's all this energy of the, because it's like this, balancing here. And just synchronistically, I just noticed that this was card 23, which adds to a 5. So, the one side is, the human side would see this card as conflict, and that we're battling, and that there's, this fire inside where we have conflict and we battle against one another. But there's also this movie that plays in my head when I see this card, because it starts off with, you see these two kind of Shaolin monks, and they're battling with their long wands, those sticks, they're all and it's really aggressive, and it looks like they're out to, hurt one another. And then the scene changes as one of them, laughs, and they're actually, in the same monastery, and they're not at war. They're just dueling with each other to expand their growth, to increase and improve their abilities, and have them experience, what conflict is, so that they can help, work through that, remain calm during conflict, and develop their skills. And so that's what happens with this, especially with this, truth card. It's perceiving things in one way, and then finding this higher truth and understanding things in a whole different way. And so I feel like this is that transformation. And it also can be one of my, I forget which deck it is in, but it shows it as like the wands are all stacked, and there's people climbing at different levels. And so it really is about moving to a different level within your spiritual path. And it's not so much that it's a competition, as you could be any one of those people. There's like 5 people climbing on it. You could be the one that's at the very top, reaching to one of the higher levels, or you could be one that's starting at a lower level, or somewhere in between. But if you look at it from the viewpoint of the human, and you're defining your worth, you might feel competitive and feel like everyone's trying to beat you, instead of from this other perspective of everyone's, reaching down, helping people to the next level, and that they're letting people know, hey, watch this, it's slippery, giving people advice that, like they're in a position on there that you haven't been, and you're in a position they haven't been. And so you share information that helps each other move to those next levels. So that is another, message that comes with that. There's definitely this change of perspective, that not everything that's happening in the outside world is as it appears to be. The conflicts we think that we're having with someone are a mirror for us to look inside us and see what's at conflict within us, because it takes 2 to be in conflict. So if someone else is triggering something within us, then that's happening within us. That's not happening outside of us. So we can be calm, take some deep breaths, and then understand what is triggering me and why. It really has normally nothing to do with the current situation. It's just more echoing something from our past. Right? So definitely this call to higher truths and this new awareness coming in for you spiritually. We're also going to pull a card here from the Energy Oracle and just see what else the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure. All right, Creator, for Pisces, what else would you like them to know about their spiritual adventure for November? Okay. It's this one right here. They were being very specific with it, so we will grab this one. Yep, and you've got your journey, number 2. And I love that. So crossing bridges, moving from one direction to another. And it has a very much a hermit feeling to this card, but it is about this inner journey, understanding what you are headed to, and you're like moving from one side to another. So, that dual sides is definitely coming in to this card here. Let's see what energy comes with this card. Yep, movement, relocation, travel. It says, pack your bags. The journey card forever tells upcoming travel or a shift in location, or a shift in where you are standing, right? So if you're standing in this truth and you move to another truth. It may be as simple as a vacation, a retreat, or a class, or even a work-related trip. So this card could also signal a move of residence or a job relocation. The upright position indicates that the plans should go off without a hitch. Still, be clear about your motivations and mindful of your logistics. All of life is a journey, and this card is telling you that you have some exciting and inspiring adventures ahead. So this is of course, a general reading. So this could really mean, a actual relocation or a movement or going on vacation or something like that. But I really feel so strongly that for this reading, since this is under your spirit level and not your physical realm, this is about your spiritual journey, and definitely this sorting out of your spiritual truths as it's being portrayed here, especially with this Five of Wands here. So, don't get too excited about a vacation. If you want one, you can always take one. But you can even go on your spiritual journey while you're going on vacation, getting away from it all. So you can take that. However, but this is definitely, I feel, this movement from one truth into a new truth. And then we're going to take a look here at the next is the Suit of Pentacles, which is your physical world because it's the earth element. So this is about all those characters that are on stage with you, all those other players or characters that are in the game, like we talked about before with all the other avatars. And it can be your external situations like job or social situations or possessions, your finances, your money, and then also your physical body. So this would be what the Creator wants all our Pisces to know about their November physical adventure. Okay, here we go. Yep, you have the 10 of Pentacles, which is like blessings, blessings, blessings. It's considered like the legacy card too. So it's not only that you have this feeling of abundance and wholeness around you in your physical world, it actually is even to the extent that it impacts other people around you, and it's like you leave this legacy of things that get passed from generation to generation as well. And that makes total sense, especially if you are bringing this new awareness around these truths. It can, even be these truths that have to do with your family tree. It's like this awareness and this switch in perspective when you, maybe there's like a family small t truth, or this cycle or this chain that's been going on for a long time. And with your capital T truth that you bring in, it influences and it ripples out to your family, and not even that, even beyond that, to other people that you're around. They see your life change, they hear your story, they hear your capital T truth, and that sparks new truths within them that then also impacts it. So that's like this ripple effect that you create. And again, it's a 10 with this Wheel of Fortune. So it's definitely this change in your life that happens. And it can be financial, but there's more things important than financial. I know, what? But, because, those billionaires are unhappy. So it has to do with your finding your contentment and this feeling of abundance, this seeing your life in this realm of gratitude and thankfulness for what is in it. So, I definitely, when you have these switch in these truths, something that's been causing so much chaos and so much just anxiety in your life with those small t truths, when you're trying to make someone else's opinion or someone else's truth is yours, and it's not sitting right. You have so much shadow type energy around it that it just feels oppressive, right? But when you release that and you find this capital T truth within, then you just feel like your life is full and whole, whereas before you felt it was like you were enslaved, like you were oppressed. We're going to also pull another card here from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle. We'll just see what else the Creator wants you to know about your month of November. All right, Creator, what else would you like our Pisces to know about their physical adventure in November? Nope, not those. Okay. Okay. So it's this one right here. Yep. And you got the White Witch, be the light. And I love that, the wise owl. And if you don't like the word witch, which it depends on, how you were raised as well, it's the White Witch is, like Glenda the Good Witch compared to the Wicked Witch of the West. It's someone who, we're all witches in a way. We're all, manifestors in a way. We're all mighty powerful beings. Where we have the magic that we have is this beautiful belief, like we talked about in the Wheel of Fortune, our power of choice. And so, when we're choosing of love and light, that's what you're exuding, that's what you're growing in your life. When you're focusing on the darkness and the shadow and all those other shadowy emotions of fear, then you're growing that, and so this is what you consider dark magic, and this is light and love magic, and that's the difference. And so this is showing you that, you've moved from this beautiful, transformation, and here's this, butterfly that's in her hair too, which is jumping out to me right now. And it's, it's this movement. It's like if you have a knife, you could be this wonderful chef, and or you could be someone who sets people free, or you could be someone that chops soap bars for people. It could be of service, or you could be an assassin and kill people, and so it's like whoever's wielding whatever instrument, whatever energy is behind an action, is what this is about. And this is like showing you, like, with this gratitude and with this beautiful feeling, then that is what grows in your life. And I really feel like that's a huge message of this. The other thing of this too is about being this in determining truths. You can also look at the core of, is it of light or is it of fear? Is it of unconditional love, or is it of conditional love, which is fear of rejection? There's something attached, there's expectations attached to this love, and you can lose it compared to the unconditional love of your higher truth, which is that you have love. It's without any condition from the Creator of all things, right? And there's nothing you can do to lose it, and there's nothing you can do to gain more of it, because you have 100% of it right now. So I love that in helping determine our truths, you look to the core of it. And it's with anything, with any even like news or religious text or anything. It's like, how do you know what's of man with the ego that's built into it, or what is of the Creator in the capital T truths? And it's simple. Is it of love or is it of fear? And it weeds it out very, very quickly on there. Oh, let me read from the little book too. There we go. So it says, take the higher road and choose the light. Remove yourself from lower energy experiences. The White Witch card represents the maiden aspect of the triple goddess of paganism and modern Wicca. The maiden is a gentle, innocent, and pure aspect of the goddess, a loving soul who wants nothing but the best for the whole earth. Here she is joined by a horned owl, showing that she is willing to respect those with more wisdom and experience than she has, but she's also willing to trust what she feels to be right within. With this card, you're being reminded of the goodness within. So no matter what is happening to you or around you, you have a choice. Choose not to be pulled into dramas, bickering, or energies that are just going to limit your joy. If you're surrounded by people who are hostile towards you or someone else, or you're in a negative situation, perhaps in your workplace, you're being invited to be the light. You're an incredible person who can really bring light. So how can you change the energy? How can you redirect the conversation to love? How can you protect yourself? How can you help the person that is being picked on? Or are you the one who's guilty of causing a drama? You will know the answers. Know also that you are being encouraged to shine the light you were born to share. So beautiful. That goes right into what we've been talking about. Next, we move into the Suit of Swords, which swords is the element of air. And this represents your mind. So your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And so this will be what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure during the month of November. All right, Creator, so for our Pisces, what do you want them to know about their mental adventure? Okay, in November. Yeah, so you got the Ace of Swords, and this is powerful. This is your power of choice, sword that you are able to use in your life here. It's the power you have to cut away those beliefs or those truths, that no longer serve you, those thoughts, everything we've been talking about really up to this point. I'm not surprised this came up here, because when we're talking about moving from a small T truth to a capital T truth, how you cut away the small T truths is with this thought, because this is new thought, new belief. You cut away those things and those thoughts that no longer serve you. They did serve you for a time to let you experience what you experienced, but they let you cut away those things so that now you can replace those with new thoughts, new beliefs, higher, like it talked about, higher road, the higher beliefs, the capital T truths of your soul and the other side. So fits right in. I'm not surprised at all. I'm glad to see it, definitely. And then we're also going to pull a card here from the numerology deck. This is also going to tell you what the Creator wants you to know about your mental adventure for November. Creator, what else for Pisces for their mental adventure for November? Okay, this one is calling out. Yeah, happy ending. That's beautiful. Definitely a very bright and cheery card, which, this definitely shows that the story you get to apply to anything, you're the one that gets to see, define it as a happy ending instead of a sucky ending. If you've ever been in a movie where you're like, you're wanting so much for something to happen, then the ending is like, what? The hero dies? No! It's like, no, you get to choose what the ending of the story is. You get to, with your power of choice, you get to, determine that. And of course, this is definitely this, that these choices, this journey that you're on, like this one was talked about, a guaranteed victory. Whenever you are whittling away and sorting through your truths, it's always going to end in a positive way, because finding truth, and actually, I totally spaced over, but this is a card is the Ace of Swords is all about bringing new truths as well. How could I miss that? But yeah, that's definitely it. Maybe that's why they blocked my brain until right now. But yeah, it's definitely, this is about the journey to finding these truths is never going to end in a bad way, because the small t truths are what bring us all that shadow energy, all that dark, suppressed, oppressed feelings. And so facing and journeying through those truths doesn't end in a bad way, because the only thing that could happen is you could remain in the same position you are because you see the truths and you don't want to let them go yet, and there would be nothing wrong with that. You can experience those oppressive, and if you feel safer in that for a while, then you will, until you no longer can stand it. Then you'll be willing to change it. You'll never change anything you don't want to. So the worst case scenario is you stay where you were. The best case scenario is you transform and let go of these oppressive truths that are binding you and blinding you, and you're allowed to move to this higher, freer place, this happier place in your life. So it's a win-win when you go to look at it. You've got nothing to lose unless you feel losing oppression about a negative experience. Anyway, this card serves as a confirmation that a very happy ending is right around the corner. Even it seems ludicrous and impossible at this present moment in time, a favorable outcome awaits you and is well within your reach. Since you attract what you are, you bring yourself good fortune when you're happy. Therefore, you will attract your positive outcome sooner by being joyous now. That is, by acting as if you want, with what you want has already come to pass. So by trying this card, you're being encouraged to focus the majority of your attention on the outcome you desire rather than the outcome you fear. Since you attract what you think about the most, when you focus on your dreams, you can make those dreams come true. Dismiss all logic and reason so that you can see the miracles beyond and know that you live in a magical universe where it pays to believe and dream. Be grateful for happiness and for the happiness to come, and remain optimistic and hopeful at all times, because it only gets better from here. You are mere moments away from the outcome you deserve. And the affirmation is, I have faith that a happy ending is right around the corner. But yeah, so what we're talking about too. What you focus on grows, right? So if you focus on what you don't have and that dreams never come true, that magic that you're bubbling up inside is coming to pass, but you can totally transform that as well. All right, and then the last suit we're going to look at here is the suit of cups. And that is the water element, and of course represents our emotions. So this is going to be what the creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure during the month of November. And of course, you are a water sign, and so this is your territory. These are the waters in which you double fishy, the double fish, the Pisces, what you swim in. So we'll see here, Creator, what do you want our Pisces to know about their emotional adventure during the month of November? Yeah, you're not afraid of this. This is where you live and where you breathe underwater. People that are not water signs feel like they're drowning in emotion because they're not used to being submerged like you are. But you're like, oh, let's go swimming. Yeah, Six of Cups. So this is beautiful because the Six of Cups is known as like the nostalgia card, and it's about revisiting old emotions, which emotions and thoughts are so tightly bound together. It makes sense that as you're going back and you're looking at your small t truths, which are responsible for your old emotions and what you've experienced in your life, as you're transitioning and transforming on this journey, then that also transforms these emotions that you feel about a situation. You will always have the old emotions you felt. You just move it into a storage bank for like family photo day when you look back over your life and go, oh, look how miserable I felt back then. But you are able to go back and look at old situations and old ways that you experienced a situation, especially when you have this capital T truth. You can go back and visit a situation where you felt such strong emotion with this new truth, and then you see the whole, the situation in a new light, because you're bringing in this white light into the situation. You're seeing that when you believed what you believed, there was no other way to feel besides how you believed. And then now you believe in a different way. You can go back and feel a different way about the situation. And generally what you see is that you were responding out of fear, and that the other person that was perpetrating or causing the action that you put the story around, that they were also acting out of fear, because usually an emotionally stable person that's not in fight or flight is acting out of love and light. They're not acting out of fear. They're not acting out of their minds. I always say we're out of our minds literally when we're in fight or flight, because the blood leaves our brain to go to our muscles and give us the ability to fight or to run like, heck. And so we aren't in our right mind. We aren't thinking clearly. We're in a fog, and we're in that defense, attack, or run mode. So we really aren't. That's why you can sometimes have someone who's so calm, and then in one situation, whatever they're triggered in, they're like acting like somebody totally different, and they are, because they're not themselves. They're gone. They're out of their mind. They're now this animal reactionary creature. So you get to go back and experience those things with a higher truth if you so wish to, and it transforms those memories. Right, and then the final card we're going to pick here is from the Angel Guide deck. And this can represent what else the Creator wants you to know about your emotional adventure. But since it's the last card for the reading, I'm also going to allow it to be a wild card, so it can be whatever the Creator wants you to know about the month of November. All right, Creator, what's your final message for the Pisces for the month of November, please? Okay. This is it right here. Compassion. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, definitely, as you connect to your higher truths, you do realize that you have more compassion for the situations that I was just talking about as you go back and look at things. And as similar situations that happen going forward, you see them in a totally different light, and they don't mean the same thing, because you don't give them the same power, that shadowy magic. You don't put that towards the situation anymore. You bring in this beautiful, loving light into that situation instead, because that's one of your huge powers that you have. So it says your angels are wrapping a light of compassion around you at this time and guiding you to let go of conflict or the need to prove your point. The more you resist and fight, the unhappier and more drained you will be. Pointing out mistakes or mishaps or concentrating on the negative traits or actions of others will only hold you back. Don't let the unjust actions of others block your experience of joy and freedom. Take time to review where in your life you may be feeling held back, or even consumed by frustration and anger, and ask your angels to shine their light upon you and the situation. Changing how you see yourself will help change how others see you. Angels are surrounding you at this time and encouraging you to see yourself through their loving and holy eyes. All of the ups and downs you have faced, all of the insecurities you have overcome, and all of the setbacks you have moved beyond are testament to your resilience and your strength. So have compassion and respect for yourself. Angel wisdom is encouraging you to love and treat yourself the way you would love to be loved and treated by others. Then your own actions will be mirrored back to you by those around you. So ask your angel guide to help you be more compassionate towards yourself now. Beautiful. I love that. Yeah, definitely. There was messages in here about, whenever you try to prove that your small t truth is more truer than other people's small t truths, you have conflict, or you fear that others are going to try to force their small t truths on you and make you believe it. But that's what's beautiful about your power of choices. No one can ever make you believe or do anything you don't want to do. That can threaten your life over it, yeah, but it's still going to be your choice. You're like, nope, I'm not going to do it, and you can't make me. And then you might just go to heaven, which, that is what it is, right? You're like, okay, fine. I'm in a much happier place anyway, so but it is this beautiful, this beautiful ability to bring in these higher truths. Not, like it says, you don't get defensive, you don't feel all that angst and all that shadowy energy. You bring in this beautiful love. You find that capital T truth of unconditional love, and it just transforms how you feel about yourself, how you feel about others, and how you perceive your world. So I am loving this for you. Beautiful, transformational, win-win. Like I said, the worst thing that could happen is you could look at your small T truths and still want to hold on to them for another while, and that's totally okay. There's no wrong choice. You just carry that burden for a little while longer and enjoy that, those emotions and the roller coaster and the, excitement around, all of that as well. But when you're ready to have compassion for yourself and for this happier ending, then you can choose that too, which is beautiful. And just know, as you're going through every moment of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things and a mighty host of beings of unconditional love and light on the other side. It's like these angels said. If you could see through their eyes how much they love you and how beautiful you are to the other side, you would just burst out crying in tears of beauty because of how they see you. So I'm going to leave it at that. I also like to let everyone know that in addition to these monthly readings, I do weekly element readings for each of the element signs of the zodiac. Do new moon and full moon readings and a bunch of different readings throughout the month. So if you do want to get notified of when those come out so you can stay right on top of them all, then just make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And then when the little notification bell pops up, just make sure to click on that, and that will allow you to set it to get notified of when those new videos come out. And if you are enjoying these videos, then I would definitely appreciate a little thumbs up. That just lets me know you're enjoying the videos, and it helps spread the beautiful love that come with all these messages of love from above, and everyone else can find out that they are so loved just as you are. All right, know that I love you too, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you in the near future very soon. You take care now.